All those students are in the class. Now you ask me, how should I best teach them? Should I teach them from the point of view of the history of science, from the applications, My theory is that the best way to teach is to have no philosophy, is to be chaotic and confused in the sense that you use every possible way of doing it. That's the only way I can see to answer it, so as to catch this guy or that guy on different hooks as you go along. That during the time when the fellow who was interested in history is being bored by the abstract mathematics, on the other hand, the fellow who likes abstraction is being bored at another time by the history. If you can do it so you don't bore them all the time, perhaps you're better off. I really don't know how to do it. I don't know how to answer this question of different kinds of minds with different kinds of interests. What hooks them on? What makes them interested? How do you direct them to become interested? One way is by a kind of force. You have to pass this course. You have to take that examination. It's a very effective way. Many people go through schools that way. It's maybe the more effective way. I'm sorry, after many, many years of trying to teach and trying all different kinds of methods, I really don't know how to do it. I got a kick when I was a boy of my father telling me things, so I tried to tell my son things that were interesting about the world. When he was very small, I used to rock him to bed, when he goes to bed. I'd tell him stories, and I'd make up a story about little people that were about so high, would walk along, they would go on picnics and so on. They lived in the ventilator, and they'd go through these woods, which had great, big, long, tall, blue things like trees, but without leaves and only one stalk, and they were and they had to walk between them and so on. And he'd gradually catch on, that was the rug, the nap of the rug, the blue rug. And he loved this game because I would describe all these things from an odd point of view, and he liked to hear the stories. And we got all kinds of wonderful things. He even went into a moist cave where the wind kept going in and out. It was coming in cool and went out warm and so on. It was inside the dog's nose that they went. And then, of course, I could tell him all about physiology by this way and so on. And he loved that, and so I told him lots of stuff. And I enjoyed it because I was telling him stuff that I liked, and we had fun when he would guess what it was, and so on. And then I have a daughter, and I tried the same thing. Well, my daughter's personality was different. She didn't want to hear the story. She wanted the story that was in the book repeated again and read to her. She wanted me to read to her, not to make up stories. And that's a different personality. And so if I were to say a very good method for teaching children about science is to make up these stories of a little people who it doesn't work at all on my daughter, it happened to work on my son, okay?